Hey guys, how are you? I'm doing something a little bit different today. So I've just I was making my toast, so I just started to get a channeled message through, and I've dropped everything to come in here to actually unpack it as it comes in, which is something that I don't normally do. So adjust this camera a little bit. So I'm really unprepared. I've brought my coffee with me as well because I may need that. So channeled messages just drop in from time to time, and I know that they're coming because I get a little bit scatty and I can be doing one thing and go to another thing and go to another thing, and all of a sudden I haven't done anything and I can't get my head around what's happening. They often come to me in the shower while I'm driving, which is a lot easier because I'm not. Imagine if you started driving here and started driving there. Yeah, anyway, so I wanted to just share it, and I thought I'd put it on video and just share it on the channel because so it's around fear. I've had a real thing around fear come in this morning over the last hour. And it was about stepping into new stuff and about how we won't step sometimes because fear is big. And so I wanted to unpack that as it came in. What came in was sometimes we won't step into the new thing even though it's what we want. We've got some idea of the direction or some idea of something, but we won't step in because we can't see the steps in front of us. Step A, B, C, D, E in front of us. We can't see the beginning to end process. And sometimes we feel like we need to be able to see that process in total, spelled out for us. Like, you know, here's the contract for your job. This is what's expected of you. This is that, sign on the dotted line. So life is not like that though. When you're stepping out into new things, your brain will try and find something to resonate with. And so you might think, oh, this is how I want it to look and this is what I want it to be. But if you're stepping truly into something new that you've never done before, something that's unknown for you, your brain's not going to have anything to compare it to. You're actually not going to be able to see fully the outcome that you're heading towards because it's out there in the vast, limitless potential field. Does that make sense? So, we quite often can get sidetracked because we talk to people about what we're going to do and we explain to them what we're going to do, and they're interested and they just want to know. But when we can't tell them any more than, I'm going to do this, and I'm so excited about it. And they're like, oh, cool. What's it? Tell me more about it. And you can't tell any more about it because you actually don't know what it's going to look like. And then we can make stuff up, manipulate stuff, or say that we're going to do it this, and this because that's the way that we know, right? At this point in time, that's how we've seen it done before. And what can happen when you start to step out is that's not how it's going to happen for you. It's actually going to happen differently. And then people that you've talked to about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it are going to pipe in and say, oh, I thought you said you were going to do that. And that can make you question yourself and think, shit, I really was, who am I to think that I could do that anyway? Like, pfft. Or people might say to you, there's 1,000 other people out there doing that. There's 1,000 other books written on that subject. There are 500 other people on YouTube who are doing exactly that. What makes you different? What makes you special? What makes you think enter anything in here? And that can make you question your initial thing. It can take away the excitement. It can take away the flow that you had because it's come into you and you're stepping into the unknown. So don't be so down on yourself when you're stepping into the unknown because it's the unknown. You do not know what that is about. But if you are standing and determined to step and you know in your own self that's where you're supposed to go, you can step up to the fear, the line where I'm scared to go past here, but at least step to that line and stand there and believe in yourself. And what happens is the next step or the next set of options will present to you. Now, I'm just getting in that those steps or options that are presenting to you may not look like anything that's been presented to other people before because you may be here to do it in a different way. That's where standing at that fear step can actually stop us and we never go any further. And I've done this in so many things. I've had so many amazing ideas and so many things come in and so many things. And I've stepped up to that line And instead of standing there in my own truth and my own self and my own thinking, knowing like, Suze, you can do this, whatever it is, you can do it, I didn't. And I stood there and thought, who are you to think you could do that? You're just a mum of 4 kids and a grandmother and a wife, and you really, I don't think you're actually qualified to do that, or how would you even know what to do? And so I've stood there and I can tell you what I've seen. I have seen people write the book that I was given the channel to write. I have seen people speak on the topics I was told to speak on. I have seen people step out and do things in the way that I was shown to do it, after the fact that I have been shown to do it. And so what that showed me was that thing was needed in the world. It wasn't there yet. It wasn't necessarily done in the way that we were being told to do it yet. And so obviously people get messages and stuff all the time from somewhere out there in the limitless field of potentiality, the limitless field of possibilities, the limitless field of ways to experience things is out there. And it's filled with information, but we are too scared to step past the fear part of doing something new. So I just want to say this. Just because you can't see your next step doesn't mean there isn't one for you. You might just have to stand in that fear line, step forward as far as you can and stand in the fear and say to yourself, probably over and over and over, I can do this. I'm made for this. I believe in myself. I can do anything I put my mind to. Sometimes that is all you need. And now I'm seeing the fog lift. Have you ever watched the fog clear out of somewhere when there's fog and you can't even see the car in front of you, and then all of a sudden it starts to dissipate. The sun comes out and starts to clear it, or the breeze comes through, or whatever happens. I'm seeing the fog clear now. And I'm seeing paths come forward, and there are a lot of different paths, and you can choose any path. Again, don't stand in the fear here. Listen to your intuition and work out which path you would like to go down, which path you think is the right path for you. Not the logical path, not the path everybody else has done, not necessarily the path that's cleared and beautiful and clear with flowers and lullabies. It might be the rough path. You might have to take whatever you've got in your toolbox. So let's go with the metaphor that it's a path to clear. Look in your toolbox. What have you got that you can use to clear that path? Now, a scythe came to me a few months ago in a channel about these paths. That this was a channel to say you're not here to walk the normal path, you are here to clear a path, and look in your toolbox because you've got tools that can use to clear that path. Don't let the fact that the path isn't there make you not go down that path, right? It also told me that sometimes you'll get so far down that path and all of a sudden other paths will come, or other people may join you who are paving their own path. You may join up and be able to pave that new path together. And that's what I've seen since I got that channeling a few months ago, which I felt was a personal channel for me, but I did share somewhere about that one. So I just want to say this to you today, after getting that one in today. I feel like there are a lot of people who are standing on the precipice of doing new things. And let's face it, technology, the ability to reach people, the ability to do jobs that 5 and 10 years ago were not even jobs, tells me that in the next 4 or 5 years, there are going to be jobs pop up, needs that need to be met, that we don't know about today. So maybe you're being asked to step up and stand at that fear point right now, waiting for something to pop up, waiting for the fog to clear, waiting for yourself to believe in yourself. Maybe that is the very thing that you need to do right now, because what's coming is brand new and you cannot even possibly imagine what it's going to look like. But it's going to come to you in steps. Are you willing to follow the steps as they come to you? Are you willing to stand at every point of the fear line and stand and believe in yourself and step out when you're given the intuition or the knowledge or somebody comes and says, I've been waiting for you, let's go to this next thing, let's go together. Because I believe that we're all getting similar messages. So what's coming now is, many people get the call. Few will answer the call. And even fewer still will step forward and do what was given in that call. Where are you sitting today? Are you hearing those calls? Are you turning your back on those calls? Are you not answering the calls? Or are you where you're answering the calls, but then you're like, shit, I can't do that. Who am I? Or you've talked to someone and they've said, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I thought so too, but really you didn't, because you thought, that piqued your interest, it sparked interest, it made you feel excited about life again. Or are you now in that one where you've answered that call and by golly gosh, fear or no fear, you're going to step into it? Right, I hope that this was helpful. I like to share messages here on Smart in Coaching, and I've taken a big risk to share this one, but I feel like it's needed, and I feel like it's going to help some people who are stuck at some point to feel less stuck, to feel more like they can, to feel like it's okay. I need tons more coffee right now. But thank you if you got to the end of this video. I hope that you got something out of it. Please tell me in the comments if you did, I'd love to know. I'm also over on Smart in Coaching on Instagram. If you'd like to come and follow me there, I would love to have you there. We share lots of different bits and pieces of encouragement, different channels that come through, different ideas, different themes I'm seeing play out in clients I work with, in people I talk to, in society in general. And I love to share little bits of my perspective on there just in case it helps you to broaden your perspective or see another way or just make you feel better about yourself that you have that perspective too. Thank you so much again for joining me. I'm going to, as I said, go and have coffee. Have the most amazing day. Be kind to yourself. Listen to that inner voice. You don't necessarily have to act on it right away, but keep notes on it because it's telling you, it's guiding you, it's letting you know you're needed in the next whatever is coming. Okay, love you. Take care. See you again soon.